I want to jump into a mini training for you guys all about Etsy keywords, if I could say that right. So I know this is a big area of contention for you, or for a lot of sellers, is keywords, finding the right keywords to put them in your tags and titles, because they are super important to your Etsy success. So one thing that you guys can do is use the search bar for keyword ideas, which is something that I've done and am doing currently to help me out. So you just pop in here and put something similar to what you're selling. Let's say wood shelf. And all of these keywords that pop up are the most searched keywords. So these are all good keyword examples that you guys can use to give you ideas for kind of different variations of maybe the same keyword. But you can really do this for anything that you guys want to put in here and sell. So let's just do canvas art. So you guys see how this gives you canvas artwork, canvas art print. So these are all good keyword examples if they relate to your product. So you guys can definitely do that. That'll give you different ideas of what people are actually searching for. Another thing that you can do is use a third-party website. So there's marmalade.com, marlead.com, which I've used, which will give you keyword examples. And there's also erank.com, which I've used to give me keyword ideas. So this is actually erank right now. There's a monthly fee if you guys want to use it, but sometimes it's well worth it to give you some extra ideas. So you can do the same thing here. So let's just go in, type wood shelf. And it is processing that, but it will basically do the same thing in the search bar, but it kind of gives you some different metrics to look at. So these are the most popular tags. It's a cloud map of the most popular tags, and then there's a list form here. A wood shelf, excuse me, wood shelf, floating wood shelf, reclaimed wood shelf. And it gives an engagement ranking, which it's not always completely accurate. It also gives the competition ranking and the Etsy search ranking. Sometimes these are filled out, sometimes they're not. So you see how some of them don't have, it's an unknown. So it doesn't necessarily make it a bad search term, it just doesn't have the information. So a lot of times these can still be really good keywords. So I wouldn't necessarily avoid them. I've had success with ones where the metrics are unknown, but this gives you a really good idea of some really good keywords that you can use. And a lot of these are going to be the same that you find in the search bar, but it just gives you a lot more. And as you scroll towards the bottom, you'll see these ones are less active keywords, but doesn't mean that, like I said, doesn't mean that they're bad. So you can definitely still use these. And some of them may or may not be related, especially when you get down to the bottom here. Some of these may not be related at all. So you don't want to use them just because they're listed here or in the search bar, because they still have to be related to your product. Otherwise, it will hurt your metrics, and it'll really hurt your sales down the road, because Etsy wants to send people the listings that they really want to look at and that they're more apt to buy from. If Etsy starts sending people to your product and they're not buying it, your conversion is going to sink. They're going to stop sending people there. So just make sure your title and your tag, your keywords are accurate, so that Etsy does continue to send people to your listing. That's the ultimate goal. So those are some resources that you guys can use to help you with your titles and tags. Now I want to go into and show you 3 quick strategies that you can use when setting up your titles and tags. So we're going to Shop Manager. I'm just going to kind of test this out so you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm just going to do a new listing. All right, so the first way is to, I'll just use this shelf, I guess, as an example. So the first way to do this is to try and do this exact same title keywords and then put those in the tag keywords. and you want to have a specific keyword first. So a specific keyword is a long tail keyword, which is 3 words or more. So after you've used that, as if someone's typing in something that specific, they're going to get your listing, which has that specific keyword. They're more apt to buy it because it is a very specific search. So we're going to do something very specific related to shelving. Let's just do oak, wood, pipe, shelf. All right, so that's very specific. So if someone types in those 4 things, those 4 words, they're more apt to land on your listing. All right, so and then we're going to just come up with other keywords that are related. So wood, shelf, decor, wood, shelving, living room, shelf, bathroom, shelf, rustic, shelf. All right, so these are some good examples, and you want to fill this out. So we have 39 characters left. You want to fill that out with different keywords and make sure this is all filled out. I'm going to stop there just to give you an idea, but we don't want to leave out keywords if there's more space, because that's the more keywords you have, the more chances of reaching different people, and the more people that will come to your listing will have a better chance of buying. So what you want to do is copy these keywords down to the tag section right here, and it'll fill out the tags. Now most of these all fit. Sometimes they won't fit, and you may have to break it out into 2 separate keywords, which is fine. So then what we want to do, if we have 7 left, we're going to go in here and add more. So stained shelf, wood shelf gift. So you want to keep doing that until that's all filled up. All right, so that is one strategy that you guys can utilize. So you're basically just putting the same keywords in both. There's going to be some difference. Like I said, some aren't going to fit in the tags. You can fit more tags than you can, more tag keywords than you can in the title. The other way of doing it is you want to put, start to do the same thing. So a very specific keyword first. So oak, wood, pipe, shelf. I should have kept these in here. Stick, wood shelf, wood shelf gift, living room shelf. So you want to fill that out completely. And then what you want to do, instead of copying these in, you want to go down here to the tag section and put in keywords that are similar, but they are different to what you have in your title. So the idea is your tag keyword, your title keywords are going to go out to these people that are searching. Your title keywords are going to go out to these people searching. So you're going to hit more people to come into your listing with the different keywords. So we want to think of something, other keywords that are similar, but they are going to be different. So you can do, you know, bathroom shelf, shelf decor, room decor, rustic gift. You know, these are similar, but these are not the same that I used in the title. All right, so that is strategy number 2 that you guys can utilize. Strategy number 3 is we're going to switch it up, which I've seen people have success with this. I've had success with this as well. So instead of putting something very specific, a long tail keyword first, we're going to kind of flip the script a little bit, and we're going to put a broad term and put broad terms first, and then more specific terms first. So wood shelf, we're going to start with. That is super broad. That's going to come up with a ton of listings if you search for it. There's a ton of people that really don't know what they want, other than they want a wood shelf. So you may hit a larger population of people, even though there's a lot more competition, with a broad search term. And Etsy's going to put a lot of weight because that search term is first. So you can do oak shelf, shelf gift, um, living room decor. These are all super broad search terms. And then maybe we want to go to more specific. So oak, wood shelf, pipe, wood shelf, oak shelf gift. So you see what I did there is I'm doing it broad and then I'm bringing it in specific. And then what you're going to do is use that same strategy of copying these keywords and put them down here in the tags and add them in the tags. You can also kind of marry the strategies together, and you can still do those broad keywords up in the title and then do completely different either broad or specific keywords in the tags. So you're hitting those two different populaces of people. So that's kind of 3/4 strategies if you want to marry kind of two strategies together. But the main goal is to hit as many people as possible to get eyeballed on your listing, and then hopefully they will buy. So hopefully that helps to give you a couple of different strategies as far as ways to bring different people to your shop. Because a lot of times it's not as simple as just putting keywords up with your listing and just letting it go. If it's not selling, after a few months, you may have to tweak that a little bit or try some different strategies. And it's not a one size fits all thing. You should never just always do everything the same way for all your listings. You're going to have to mix it up. It's not always going to work the same way for every listing. SEO algorithm always changes for Etsy. So you just got to try different tactics to hopefully get more people to view your listing and to sell. So hopefully that helps, guys.